The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. Tommy O'Brien coming to you live from TFNN headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tom's going to join us after the first break, checking in on the markets, and we got quite a start to things. The Dow just inching to negative territory, now off 25 points, trading at 26,154. We got S&Ps hanging on to positive territory, up about 4 points, trading at 2871. NASDAQ up a solid 35 points, almost 0.5%, trading at 7884. And how about the Russell 2000, up 14 points, or at 0.9%, trading at 1567. We got a lot going on in the market. Jumping over to some of the futures markets real quick. So we were higher coming into the open. We've had a couple bits of news coming out. The first one making the headway, private payrolls adding 129,000 in March. The estimate had been 173,000. So that not really what the market was looking for, pointing to a slowdown. And then ISM non-manufacturing hitting 56.1 in March versus a 58 estimate. So those numbers both coming out this morning. We have the market Dow opening basically at 26,223. We're now off about 60, 70 points, but NASDAQ just off about 15, and S&P's a little bit of a sell-off. We were at 2886 this morning, about 10 points lower on the S&Ps as we got that June S&P contract trading at 2876. Lots going on in the market. With that in mind, let's jump over to our man Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Every day, folks, 45 minutes from right now, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. TD Ameritrade Network, Fast Market, Kevin Hinks, Tom White, the team breaking down everything going on. And, man, we got a lot of variables going today. We got earnings. We got data. Kevin Hinks, good morning. What's happening?
Good morning, Tommy O'Brien. How's everything?
Everything is going well, man. Where do we want to start, Kevin? Man, we got payrolls, we got ISM, we got news on Boeing, we got GameStop, we got PG&E. What are you looking at? What's coming up today?
This market started out high today and in the green because foreign markets were all pretty strong overnight. That led to our futures. Then, we had the ADP employment come out, small miss. Yep. We had a pretty good number come out, a big number in mortgage apps early this morning.
39% I see.
Yeah, 39% in refinances. Now, that's a very volatile number, right? So you want to smooth that out over time, but certainly that's a big number. But you just pegged it, Tom. The ISM non-manufacturing index came out right here at 9 o'clock, and that caused a little weakness in the E-minis, took them down. They're bouncing back a little bit here now. They're covering, but right when that happened, the E-minis softened up a little bit. This whole market did. So we're going through all these things that we're talking about here, all leading up to, Tommy, Friday's payroll number, especially coming off a month ago and the big miss that we had. Everyone's looking for several things, right? A better number, some revisions to last month's number. So, remember last month there was still some talk about some government shutdown and how that may have, changed that number or affected it. Now I think we're going to expect this number to be much more in line. The consensus is for 170,000 and a 3.8 unemployment rate.
Yeah, and I would agree. When that last number come out, a big miss, and kind of all the rhetoric out there was, listen, the 3-month average, right? Everything is chugging along just well. And I remember saying to Tom on our program, there's going to be a lot of pressure on that next number because all of that rhetoric saying it's a one-off miss if it ever misses again. And, they're looking for 170. And I imagine that, things are volatile. It can definitely be a one-off miss, but there will be a lot of eyes on this one because that excuse won't hold true for the second one, right, if that's what we see.
Exactly right. So that'll finish out the week. It's, we have 5, 6, 7 data points in a month that we look at. No one more important than unemployment and payrolls, because in that you get wages, you get labor force participation rate, you get, what are the private payrolls. So there's so many good things in that number that you look at, but unemployment rate and jobs obviously take the headline there.
It's at the heart of everything, right? How many jobs do we got, and what are people making, and what's the difference from this month to last month, for sure. How about GameStop, Kevin? We closed yesterday above $10, man. We opened in the $8.75 area. We're already back up to $9.50 on their earnings. I know you guys were talking about this yesterday on the TD Ameritrade Network. Quite a move.
This is just a company having a little trouble becoming a mature company, right? I mean, think about what they do for, what their business is about. They sell new video games and video game technology, and then they have a pretty substantial used video game market.
Yes.
Right? And how are these things going? Now these games are all going online, right, where you don't have to go to a retail store to get these games.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's happening, and it's starting to take its toll on some of these gaming retailers. Could GameStop go the way of Blockbuster Video? I'm not ruling it out, Tommy.
No, listen, I haven't played video games myself, Kevin, solidly for probably, 10 years.
Sure.
I used to love it. I was in GameStop when that was, you could buy those used games at an affordable deal.
Right.
I struggle to see, as myself, somebody that's played Fortnite, not at a crazy degree, but I struggle to see where they fit in that ecosystem of, like you're talking about, with that changing everything online, right?
I have young kids, and they play a lot of video games, and I've been at GameStop at all hours when games come out and things like that, but I can't tell you the last time I've been there. The games they're playing now, you don't need to go to a retail store to get them.
Yeah.
So the question is this just a long goodbye here that we're seeing in GameStop? That's the decision that people have to make.
It's interesting they're getting a pop at the open. I mean, it would make sense in terms of, quite a pullback, 14-15% off that number, but we'll see where it goes. What else you guys talking about on the program today, Kevin?
Well, we're in between earnings, right? So we're going to talk about things like all the semiconductors that are all getting a boost today, because Taiwan Semiconductor basically is coming out and saying, whoa, wait a minute, now we're up in production because inventories are getting light and demand is starting to pick up. So if you look, all the big names are up today. Micron, Advanced Micro Devices, everything's up big today in the semis. We're going to talk about them.
Nice.
We're going to have a discussion about who's going to win, Tommy, in this whole media thing, right? Netflix has got such an advantage on some of these other companies, but Netflix doesn't have any money, right? They're burning through cash to do this, where Apple, where Disney has boatloads of cash, and they have boatloads of content. So we're going to talk about that today and figure out which one to trade. It might not be Netflix.
Okay, and Netflix, their earnings in almost 2 weeks. I think it's April 16th. Be interesting to see how they came out. I was listening to some talk today, I think on Bloomberg, and just talking about, man, they're finally going to be getting some competition in terms of, AT&T coming out. AT&T, the biggest name in their bundle being HBO. I'm a huge fan of HBO. If I cut the cord, I will be getting HBO in some degree. And then, of course, you have Disney, which talk about a name recognition.
They've got about 50 years of content saved up.
Yeah. And you have children. I don't have children. Kevin, you have children, right? If you have young children, especially Disney, man, you can't beat some of the products that they have. It'd be interesting.
Exactly right. So we're going to see. There's a lot of dust up in the air. We're going to try to predict where it'll settle.
All right, folks, 45 minutes from right now. Lots going on. Kevin, we appreciate the update, man. We look forward to the program.
Great talking to you, Tommy.
You as well, man. Have a great one. Stay tuned, folks. Coming back, we'll see where we're going to go. We're going to jump around to check back in on the markets and where we are right now. We got the Dow hovering just slightly in negative territory right now, off 27 points. We'll be right back, folks.
The Taz Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at tfnn.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of tfnn.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of tfnn.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same tfnn.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new tfnn.com now and experience all the upgrades. tfnn.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 23, Nasdaq up 53, S&P's up 13. You know, the bottom line is I just finished with TD Ameritrade.
Right.
And the Dow is up pretty good.
It was, and we crept back into negative territory. And just looking at even, we have the NASDAQ 100 on the chart on the right here. We were down to 75.55, and in the span, we're back up 17, 18 points. The market trying to digest all this news.
A little volatility.
Yeah, we had that ADP, right? Just talking to Kevin, we had the ISM number at 10 o'clock, which disappointed a little bit, but the market, positive territory.
You got gold contract off $1.80 trading 12.93. We have silver at 15.03. Notes and bonds, 10-year note down 7 ticks, 30 off 19. Now, both notes and bonds are coming right back into their strength. Light volume, we'll see how that number holds. King dollar having a tough time holding price. That being said, King dollar tried for its March 7th high yesterday, just missed it, light volume.
Okay.
Guess what? We're backing down. There's no sellers on the way down either. Light volume on the way down.
Okay.
And, of course, Brexit, bottom line is that we'll see where that baby goes. I mean,
Hey, there might be some progress finally. The pound saying there might be a little progress, right?
The pound and the euro. The euro saved itself this morning, folks, okay? Bottom line, gets into that 112 again, hit 111, said, nope, I'm not going to stay there, goes topside, you know, so... there's a lot of moving pieces, man.
I was just pulling up some of the currencies to see. We got the dollar index here, euro being 60% of the index, and then the two biggest being the pound. The yen and the pound. And, yeah, it looks like about 4 a.m. our time. We were up there at about 132 in the pound. We almost made it back to 131, but decent action even going into yesterday. We were sitting at, what were we down there? 130, basically.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Volatility for sure, especially pound as well, man. Look at that, 8 p.m., last night. from 111.20 basically up to, I guess, 111.60. Yeah, the yen.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And China went topside again last night, folks.
Okay.
That Shanghai market is on fire, man, in a big way. Oil, right?
Yeah,
it's
let's
Wednesday
take a look.
already.
Time is flying, man. There we go. All right. Here's our crude oil contract. Quite a number, man. We almost made it to 63 last night.
Yeah.
Missed it by 2.5 pennies. 62.97.50. We're currently trading 62.58. Jumping in here. Let's see. We're going to jump into the commodities. Check out our crude oil. We'll start with. All right. I might have to refresh this, unfortunately, just because I had this up early this morning. We're going to refresh that real quick. 2 seconds. Pull up those charts yet again. Okay. Close out, clean that up a little bit. Okay, we're back here. All right, commodity call spreads, crude oil. We'll start with the 11 a.m.s. So we're looking at the May futures contract. We're trading at 62.58 right now. 62.75 is going to be a price point we can use for 11 a.m. No, let's just price it out because we have a few minutes. So you would have exposure to the bullish side from 62.75, the bullish one being out of the money, so you're just going to be paying some premium, 10 bucks. Bearish spread, which is where this trade's going to be a little bearish bias because you're trading at 62.57. You have exposure from 62.75, so you're paying almost 30 bucks for the bearish one, 10 for the bullish. To become a profitable position, a lot easier when you start going to the downside. So it takes on a little bit of a bearish bias for the 11 a.m.s, but let's see where the noons line up because we might have, okay, going to be the identical trade. So our bullish trade, our bullish spread, instead of 10 bucks, it's going to be about 11, and the market's ticking around as this is moving.
Okay.
And the bearish one, looking at 31. So you're looking, and 42 for noon. Now, the market just moved down only a penny or two, so not much more to gain that noon exposure. Still, though, pretty dramatic to the downside. And I wonder if one of these are going to have 62.50 for a price point.
That would be the beauty, yeah.
And there we go. So the dailies, now these are going to be $3. Let me just jump around. Okay, so perfect. These are going to be $3 instead of $1.50. You're only 6 pennies away from basically where you're getting in. Bullish side, that is the one that's going to have a little bit of intrinsic value, 27 bucks. Bearish side is going to be a little bit cheaper because you're out of the money, 22 bucks. Call it 50 on the dot, 50 cents until 2:30.
Right.
And you have $3 of profit potential on either side. You can always close out one side and look to the other.
And you're close to a true volatility trade.
Yes.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, you're within 7 pennies, and the difference being that the bullish side, that's where you have those 7 pennies of intrinsic value. So you're looking at $50 on the dot, add a couple bucks of commission, so you're looking at basically 50 to 55 pennies of movement away from 62.50. So make it easy. You either got to get to 62 or you got to get to 63.
Right.
To where you start to get into break even.
So let's see what we're looking at here. So bring this oil contract up.
19.
19.
Oh, 20.
There we go.
Jumping around.
Okay, so look at this. It's been crawling up, hasn't it?
Oh, it's quite a number, man. When I saw that it made it within a few pennies of 63.
That was big numbers yesterday. 793,000 contracts yesterday at 62.75.
Yep.
They get light volume today, but yeah.
Quite a number. Go ahead.
Isn't it? No, yeah. You know, we'll see this thing shake out, but it looks to me like it's still going to want a higher price here.
Yeah, I mean, the trend has been. Can you go back to GPO just for the longer term? Because it really has, man. I mean, there hasn't been a stop.
Look at that.
Since, I mean, you can call it here. The trend has been pretty steady, at least.
Yes.
From January 9th, right? But, man, that December 26th, like the market entirely.
Just like the market.
That's it, yeah.
Just like the market. This is, oil's definitely going right with the market. I mean, that's a classic.
Oh, for sure.
That is really a classic.
And we're now back to basically November 6th, exactly, November 7th, that area. Yeah, so we'll see, man.
And then gasoline. So, you know, what's interesting is that unleaded gas, for all of us, we're kind of lucky here. It has a different chart on it. It's just not set up the same because of the way that it had bounced, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
XB1, right? I'll show you what I mean here. XB1.
Now, they had some refinery issues last week, and so that's where gas would kind of separate from the crude, right?
Yeah. And you can see, look, I mean, you're coming into a wicked supply line here.
Okay.
Where the oil contracts, like if you're watching us on Tiger TV, you can see it. If you're not, folks, you're coming into a big congestion zone with unleaded gas.
Yes.
Where oil doesn't have that. You know, the barrels of oil doesn't have it. You know, it's just like there's clear sailing.
Yeah. Daily, yearly, track. Because remember, we were looking at, and this is where you can see the difference. Remember, we were at November 9th, right, for crude.
Right.
They've had refinery problems. Well, what does that mean? That means that they're not refining it into gas as quickly.
Yep.
That means there's not as much gas in the market. That means there's going to be higher prices for gas. They're not.
So it's already happened.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's really going on. It's already happened. We're already at higher prices.
When we saw the refinery
last
week, you had some volatility for sure. So it could make sense, man. We get those numbers in 3 minutes.
Pretty wild.
It is.
Have you gone to Whole Foods yet?
I haven't.
I'm going to Whole Foods later
today. Are there cheaper prices already? Was it that quick?
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Okay.
You know, so I'm going to see what they're going to...
Get some steak and veggies.
I'm really curious. Yeah. You know what I mean? As to, you know...
So how are you going to price shop, though?
I'm just going to see what they get for their meat.
What they get for them,
I have a better idea of what meat costs.
Sure.
Because I buy meat a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know,
yep.
Vegetables.
Yeah. No, it's easier to see that exact price per pound or whatever it is.
Right. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 28. Nasdaq up 56. S&P's up 13.5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Inventories, we got lots of oil.
We sure do, man. We got inventories rising 7.24 million barrels, quite a number. Gas inventory is actually falling 1.78. Checking back to the market, and we are, come on, trading lower for sure. Quite a drop. We spiked all the way. Let me just blow this up even a little bit.
62.10.
Yeah, 62.10. Now to refresh, we were trading, and you can see we actually dipped below 62.50. Interesting. We started talking about this. We were trading at 62.58. By the time we got into the news, we were trading at 62.45. And boom, we dropped. You'd expect on that type of a miss to the upside, no matter what the analyst estimate, checking back, we saw Bloomberg estimate had a stockpile gain of 700,000 barrels. I saw a decreased number on some of the estimates we were looking at before. So either way, price, not too big of a reaction so far, though,
no,
right?
It's rejecting lower price right now. This is going to be interesting watching this shake out.
It sure is. We hit 62.08. We're trading at 62.30. The market fighting to figure out where it wants to go, and we'll get the full update. It's usually even a little bit quicker. They might be trying to digest.
I'll tell you something, folks. If in fact this market even stays flat,
yeah,
with a number like this, watch out.
Give it a few seconds. We're going to be there.
That would mean that you know, this thing can really get some power underneath it, which would be
I would agree.
Which would be a bummer.
Hey, higher prices coming at us for sure.
Exactly. You know, so we'll see where that baby shakes out. It's a big one. So you see that. Oh yeah.
Is this where you're gonna jump to now?
This is just nonstop for him, man.
Carlos Ghosn, yeah. So to tie to too, and I was bringing up. So you had Ghosn tweeting late last night. There we go. Ousted Nissan chairman Ghosn says Twitter he's ready to tell the truth. April 11th. Hold on to your hats. I'm getting ready to tell the truth about what's happening. Press conference on Thursday, April 11th. That sounds like an Elon tweet or something, man. That's a little.
It's a long time from now.
Yeah. It's what is it? It's 8 days. 8 days. So next Thursday. And with that in mind, so you have this one coming out in terms of the Renault. So French car maker Renault said on Wednesday that some of its former chairman and CEO Carlos Ghosn's expenses are a source of concern. Hasn't that been the entire story? I don't get what, it's like that the way he was getting paid in terms of reported the company was paying for his kids to go to college, right? He was getting all these certain expenses incurred by the former chairman and CEO are a source of concern as they involve questionable and concealed practices and violations of the group's ethical principles, particularly concerning relationships with third parties, management of conflicts of interest, and protection of corporate assets, the board.
Man.
So, yeah, they acknowledged the final conclusions of the audit assignment conducted by Renault's Ethics and Compliance Department since November 23rd. Yeah, so that story's still playing out, man, in terms of we're going to get Ghosn talking in 8 days. That'll be interesting, man. He spent a lot of time in jail just from a kind of like drama media deal, let alone talking about, how he's going to spin things. Is he going to apologize or is he going to go in the hard press, right?
Wow. I'm telling you, man. And the amount of, the thing that's a mind blower is that the amount of money that he had already made anyway. I mean, we'll see what he has to say, but,
Hey.
One of the first things he had said is that, well, no, some of those expenses were incorporated in his contract.
And I imagine that's going to be the battle.
Yeah.
That's going to be the battle he's going to try and wage at least. So checking back on oil, 62.27. Not too dramatic. We're down about 25 cents from prior to that number.
So let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. Oh, you get, Blue Apron, APR. This is...
Yeah, I heard you talking about it last night.
Yeah, and,
getting a pop this morning on that news.
Yes, and the CEO, the new CEO is the CEO that was the CEO of Etsy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a very successful company. There's no doubt about that.
And there you go, So as much as 24%, I don't think it's holding that number right now, though.
No.
After it named Etsy executive Linda Findley Kozlowski as CEO, replacing Brad Dickerson. They also affirmed their outlook for their financial outlook. So Kozlowski's appointment, effective April 8th. Dickerson, who joined the company as CFO in 2016, named CEO a year later, that being 2017, is resigning to pursue other opportunities. Yeah, I mean...
it's a tough business, man.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And, this equity, folks, went public at 10, And it never held price. And when
Yeah.
you see this, it's absolutely amazing.
Sure is.
Right from the first day.
Yep.
You know, let's see. Let's bring it back.
Because there was
Right.
worry right from the first day in terms
Exactly.
of this. It's a very competitive industry. It almost strikes me the likes of those, I'm struggling to the Groupon type industry,
Yes.
where it really takes off in the beginning. People
Right.
go, oh, that's a brilliant idea.
And then
They
Yeah.
lose a lot of customers, things
Right.
fade, they have a
Right.
lot of competition.
Right.
And
Well, you know, it was interesting. When I was just on with TD Ameritrade, we were talking about the grocery business in general, and I actually brought up your aspect when I don't think you used Blue Apron, but you used someone.
I used another meal
Right.
delivery, right?
And the problem is, right, you order some and then it's in the fridge, right?
Yeah. So
Right.
this one came with 3. It's just that you get a lot, single out of kids, right?
Right.
So you gotta, number one, I had 3 meals.
Okay.
So I had to like cook them in 3 consecutive days just to make it.
Right.
Well, one night I went out with friends. So then
I
I,
was
got
gonna
the
say you
4th
gotta
meal.
go home.
Right.
So your food is keeping you
Yeah.
prisoner at home.
It is. And then the other thing, it's very expensive.
Right.
It was about, so it was 3 meals, each meal being 2 portions.
Okay.
Okay? So you got 6 meals essentially. I think it was about $12 to $14 per meal. So you're
Was
talking about $75
Right.
per week.
And you have to cook it.
That's $300 per month. Like, really bring it home. So $75 a week. You can buy a lot of really fresh groceries for $75 a week.
Right.
And I didn't see value, and I canceled it within about 2 weeks.
Right. Right.
And I think that's the trend you saw. Not to mention Blue Apron. Then they had Amazon buying Whole Foods immediately right after they went public, I believe.
Right. Right.
That's an industry that's very, very tough.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And well, you know what's interesting here, folks, with Amazon too, with the Whole Foods. I just started thinking about this. Is that could you imagine? So inside the grocery, you know, bottom line is that the biggest spread inside a grocery store is meat.
Okay.
Okay. The rest of this is like they make nothing.
Okay.
So you can imagine. Why does 4 or 5 years from now, right? I can picture Bezos saying, "Hey, we're going to get in the meat packing business, right? We'll buy these big farms, right? No big deal. We'll use the farms for distribution, warehousing, and then guess what? We just cut all the fat out because he cuts everyone out.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. You know?
Competition. Watch
So-
out.
Oh, let's go. Let's go to our man Paul in Henderson, Nevada. What's going on, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Doing
well,
great,
man. How are you?
Hey,
So-
I'm doing great too, man. Thanks. It was a good night last night. The coins held, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I wanted to ask you, Tom, about PTLA.
Say that one again for us, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, Tom, Larry, Anthony.
Okay.
PTLA.
Yeah, look at that. And I just pulled up Bitcoin first. We're at 5,000. Look at
Yep.
that. It held all
Yeah.
right, man. It held and it wants to go higher. Holy cow.
PT.
It held
is in
nice,
Tom.
and the volumes on all of them looked really good yesterday. I'm excited. I think that we could get the run, so we'll see. And especially Litecoin was up 24. Litecoin just is amazing.
Cool. Hey, you stay right there, Paul. Tommy and I
Yep.
are coming right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 41, Nasdaq's up 66, S&P's up 15.5. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Talking with our man Paul from Henderson, Nevada, and we are talking about this is a biotech, right? Is this what this is, Paul?
Yes.
Okay, so the low's 14, the high's 45.
Portola Pharmaceuticals.
So what are we looking at here?
Besides a rocket
I'm
ship.
looking to set up a short, and I just wanted to ask you what you think about it, and if you were to take the short, how would you set it up right here?
So right now, the short position is 24% of the equity, which is pretty intense, man. I don't like going short any positions, even if they're over like 8. But that being said, $38.53 is the number. And where that is, Paul, is that was the downdraft from August of 2018 to the top of that right there, because then you're slamming right into the downdraft from March of week of March 2nd also. But you got to be really careful, man, because you know a short position with 1 out of every 4 shares have to be bought back is, you know, that's asking for trouble, you know.
And just 15 million shares, it's only trading about 3 million shares a day.
Yeah.
As in, you know, that's a huge.
Right.
Yeah, it trades a little bit light. I didn't know the short position was that high, but if coming into this gap where it had lots of volume, and that's where it really gave it up, and that's kind of what I was looking at, that area.
Yeah, and then let's just see here. May 8th is when they're coming out with numbers, so, yeah.
I mean, it is one of those, I was just going to say that they lose a bunch of money.
They lose a fortune.
Yeah, so, you know, if they did come out and, unfortunately, whatever they're working on in terms of biopharma didn't work, it's one of those you could see fall off.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no doubt, man. Yeah. No doubt. Well, I'm glad your cryptos are on the move, brother.
Yeah, they look good, man. Litecoin especially, so we'll see. I'm expecting it to cool down, and we'll see how the first retracement, how traders react to it.
Yeah. What is it? You got Litecoin. Is that up 24% this morning?
I believe that's again, yeah.
Yeah. It's a big number, man.
Yeah.
Big number. Cooking, brother.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
You have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestad, as we do each and every Wednesday. It's Wednesday already, man. You gotta love it. And hey, listen, man, where are these currencies, man? This is like Groundhog Day, man. And listen, every trading day, folks, you can reach Teddy at forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Cakestack, what's going on, brother?
Morning, guys.
Morning, Teddy.
Hey, the euro saved itself again.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. It's like somebody sprinkled some fairy dust on the currency market yesterday. You know, it's like the U.S. dollar, Swiss, they touched parity and then they fell off. The euro tried to make a new low around 111.5 and fell just shy of hitting a new low.
Yes.
So that shows a nice little support bounce there, and now they're higher. You know, so I think that with the news that came out, because remember last week we were talking about the whole Brexit thing.
Yes.
Now magically, before yesterday, they're like, oh, was it on Monday? They were saying that Theresa May, there's 4 different deals for Brexit. Nothing's going to go through. How can she turn things around? And everyone's against her.
Right.
Now this morning they're saying, oh my gosh, she's almost like a savior now. Like, oh, this could possibly work. You know?
Really? Oh my God.
She's going to work with Labor, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you something, right? Have you, I know you've been trading currencies forever. Have like a news event, when was the last news event that this was going on so long? Or is this different? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe I don't ever remember anything like this.
Okay, yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's because it's territory. Because
have we ever had a big giant member of the EU take 3 years to try and leave? Right. I mean, it is. It's staggering.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. And this is also unique because even though they've been part of the EU, the pound has always existed.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So it's not like they're just breaking away and they have to figure out a currency structure. Their currency's been free floating since this whole thing has begun from the beginning of.
They were smart to do that, man.
Yeah.
They were definitely smart to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember when they were first combining the EU, and I'm like, I really hope we don't lose the pound. Like this whole one currency thing is. I mean, if we had one world currency, that would be a very bad thing. There's a reason for having multiple currencies.
Yeah. So, I forget when they were doing it how they actually got to be part of the union and say, no, I'm keeping my currency at the same time. You know, it's wild watching the thing shake out. Particularly, that euro yesterday, it looked like it was going to jump off the cliff again. And then it said, nope, I'm not going to get below this. I'm not going to stay below this 112. That's kind of what it seems like it's like. I like the idea they're both moving. We'll see if there's any pressure on the dollar. Right now, every time, now I'm only looking at the dollar index, Teddy, but every time it goes down, there's no sellers. Do you know what I mean? There's no buyers when we get up at these levels. It pulls back a little and there's no sellers. It's like, okay,
Right. Well, especially like with the euro, like we've talked about this before, like they were bashing the euro economy, saying it's slowing down and what have you, and that's something that came out yesterday and today. All the numbers, they defied their consensus of what they've been saying for months, that there's a slowdown. All their numbers are showing there's not a slowdown in the EU and especially in Germany. So, and I think that's why you're getting this bounce again, because we've talked about this.
Now,
they cannot hammer it below 112. There's nothing to push. There's no sellers down there to hammer new lows. All the buying comes in.
That's going to get intriguing, man, because you have Asia. I mean, the Shanghai market is on fire, man. That came off those lows in January 3rd, and I mean, that thing's already up 30%. If Europe starts moving up currency-wise too, then it's like, okay, man, we already went through a downdraft. The world went through a downdraft. I don't think we went through a downdraft. But if the acceleration starts, then I guess it's going to be game on as to what economy is going to be running, the fastest, right, as to where these currencies want to go.
Well, the velocity of money kicks into gear. You know, so, and then all of a sudden, that's when you start to get serious trends again in the currency. And the carry trade, like we said before, over the past couple of weeks, is pretty much off the table. I mean, now we have this extreme dovishness going. It seems like who can be more dovish now across the central banks now? It's like a competition, So, but I still think the carry trade is off the table.
Yeah, and it would seem, I mean, I know we have the dovishness out there, there's no doubt, and interest rates hit a low last week. But the market's at highs, so it's like, okay, what's everyone so dovish about, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I want the interest rates to stay low.
You're not the only one.
Right. But it's like, okay, if everything's going,
I agree, right?
If everything's going up, and it seems like, you know, the cash flow is there. It's like, okay, when are they gonna make a turn and say, okay, maybe we will raise rates one more time, you know? So.
But you guys, the one thing we have to look at, though, is look at oil. You know, oil is really high. And we're hitting this $3, when you have, for regular unleaded, when it's at the $3 mark or higher, that's when people stop spending. It's not that they're going into trouble yet because people are making good money, but if you're at $3 and you're at the pump every time, for the average person, that's when they start thinking, you know what, this week we're not going out to dinner with that on Thursday night.
It's a big number. It is.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's $50 at the pump.
In no time, right?
Yeah, for nothing, right? Unreal. Well, listen, man, you have a great one, safe one. Look forward to speaking to next Wednesday, Teddy.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Teddy. And listen, folks, you can reach Teddy every trading day at forex-trading-unlock.com. Tommy and I come right back, folks.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 44, NASDAQ up 65, S&P's up 16.5, and we have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up tonight, folks.
We sure do, man. 5 o'clock, right after your show. He'll be in there with subscribers to the opening call. I encourage everybody, go over there, check it out, sign up. You'll get 30 days, money-back guarantee, and Basil's going to be talking about a lot of great stuff, man. Perfect time in terms of what we have going on in the market. set up where we are, how to read the technical tools he's looking at. Chapman Wave, he used stochastics, right? Moving averages. He's got a bunch of great tools. The outlook for this year, into 2020 through next year, key levels that he's looking at in those markets, current risks versus the rewards as they match up. Specific sector breakdown, specific stocks to monitor, including FANG. And of course, like every workshop, it will be archived. You'll be able to check that out tomorrow if you can't show up tonight live. And of course, you get 30 days to the opening call. Basil putting out a great 6-7 charts, analysis, commentary, trades every morning. If you haven't checked it out, today is a perfect day. Get over there and sign up. And of course, you can always sign up for whether it's the month, the 6 month at $5.95, less than $100 a month, and then of course the year at $9.95, 35% off. All of those come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And I'll be in there watching Basil tonight, and I encourage everybody to check it out.
April 3rd is here.
April 3rd is here, man. It's
pretty
crazy.
amazing.
It is.
It really
crazy.
is.
9 days until Brexit, April 12th.
Wow.
We'll see. I know. Pretty crazy. It is.
And you know, so we look at this S&Ps. The S&Ps, you know, basically challenging the high again right now as we're. Right next to it. So what did we do? 28.86.
Yep.
That was the high out here. That was generated.
Two points away from it.
Yep.
Yep.
So I suspect it's going to at least try to
keep
spike
the Russell. The Russell
Yes.
is trading higher today, man. I kept looking at each of those indices. Russell was up 0.9% at one point. That's all right.
Yeah.
Russell's having quite a day for itself, as opposed to it was leading the way up a full percent when the Dow was flat.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next. Then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.